Hey guys, so it's Sunday, it's been a pretty long weekend, but first video hype. I know y'all hyped about it because I'm hyped about it. I did this challenge with a friend of mine called the Death Nut Challenge, and let me tell you, that's one hot nut. One hot nut. I'm gonna start y'all off with that. I'm then giving y'all my thoughts on this game that I played. I think it came out on the 22nd. It's called Maneater, and let me say, it's pretty interesting. I hope y'all enjoy. If you do, please leave a subscription because I'm coming up and I need your help. Alright, so I did record this on my iPad, so I apologize for the sound quality. But other than that, let's hop right in and grab your popcorn, whatever you need, and here we go. Here we got the death nut.
The death dog. Let's see what it is. Wait, hold on, where's the camera?
I think it's on
this side. Oh yeah. It's a close up. Looks like an inconspicuous. I would get this from a gas station snack package.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really smell like anything either. Like when I'm getting around. It's not. It doesn't
really smell it, but yeah,
because you know how pepper like will kind of like make it. It doesn't. Do we get it? We just want to immediately like chew it up as quick as we can, and then straight down. Right? So you ready?
All right. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm seeing it. I'm feeling it. Wow.
Takes you a while.
Yeah. No.
There.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah. No.
I kind of cheated because I had it before. So
Yeah, it's always like the first time they discover the heat because I made some hot sauce. This is like our version of hot ones, you know? This is Bama hot ones. I made some hot sauce a few weeks ago. And the first time trying it, it was hotter than I was shooting for. But like, holy shit, this is really hot right now. I'm looking like, I need something cold. How long is it supposed to last?
it lasts for a hot minute, let me tell you. Tell me when you want to get this milk.
Yeah, maybe not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It just keeps getting worse. I thought the worst was over. I licked the ball.
Oh shit.
So good.
I didn't even see how them eyes. Alright, you want to sip this shit slow? Because
Oh, that was so much fun.
it only helps while you're sipping it and it comes back. Hey y'all, so I'm gonna post a link in the description for that Death Nut if you're interested in trying it. From here we're gonna hop straight into the game.
Meanwhile, aboard the Cajun Queen, Pierre LeBlanc, known by his fellow anglers as Scaly Pete.
Daddy hunted sharks. I hunt sharks. It's in the blood. There was somebody better at this, you'd be following them, yeah? Oh, people got a lot of wrong ideas about sharks. Scientists say we gotta coexist. Now, how you gonna coexist with that shark, huh? Shark just wanna do one thing. That's kill you, eat you, and you out.
So right off the bat, you are going to notice some discerning features about this game. To me, personally, it felt a lot like Grand Theft Auto. As I played through the tutorial, I noticed there was not a lack of depth in the control layout. For example, the Q and the E keys were both division keys that barrel rolled the shark in the left and right directions. Your right click was a bite, which could be used as a hold or pressed consecutively for a flurry of attacks. Your right click was a tail attack that inflicted a micro stun, and it could also be used to launch creatures that you are holding in your mouth. The game world seemed like it had a decent size, with secrets scattered throughout. Upon jumping out of the water and laying siege on your first boat, you will understand my opinion of the game a little bit better. To me, this game plays like a dungeon crawler. After hearing that, you're probably thinking, GTA or dungeon crawler, Ren, make up your mind. Well, it's a combination of both. The developer created this game for the player to have to put in a minimal amount of thought when traveling across the world. The more I played, I did notice that the game had a very odd loop of difficulty. Maybe further on in, things would ramp up and become more challenging overall. However, the first few hours of gameplay was relatively easy. So a shark that can do what I'm about to do is pretty terrifying. At this point, we are about to take out everyone on this beach. Upon doing so, we will be introduced to the threat gauge. Well, kinda. The threat gauge is basically a bounty system. The more actual people you kill, the higher the gauge rises, and the more shark cops pull up. By shark cops, I mean these hunters with pellet rifles that do no damage. But you get that much. It was a quick change of pace, fighting people who actually fought back. Spam dodging almost ensured that you would never get hit by their projectiles. I found myself going for the boat more often than the people that were on it. I'm not completely sure why, but it gave me a sense of self-satisfaction making something explode as a shark. After completing the tutorial and a few unexpected turns of events, you will find yourself reborn as a shark pup in the most murky of waters. From this point on, you will start to see the accumulation of experience and shark progression. This part of the map felt pretty uneventful. I swam around for a while just attacking anything that I saw for very little experience. The swampy area really wasn't setting the mood for me, but felt like a necessary evil as I progressed through the story. Eventually, I stumbled upon an underwater cave. Well, more like the quest brought me here, but we're gonna pretend I found it. This was my first checkpoint since starting the game. There was not a whole lot to see and nothing at all to loot. But there you could spend various types of nutrients to upgrade your shark. We could also see VIP targets that could be defeated to unlock specific upgrades, a quest log, and a map. Soon after, I stumbled upon my first POI, which gave me a decent amount of experience in comparison to the level 1 fish that was barely worth my time. I never expected to find a big ass drain at the bottom of the swamp, but here we are. After consuming enough fish and gaining the required amount of nutrients, I leveled up. At first, the red aggro creatures gave the most experience. However, the various chests that I found gave a good amount as well. The most oppressive of the creatures that I found myself dealing with was the alligator. Maybe I was just bad at the game, but 90% of the time I got fucked up. There were also some unclear mechanics when dealing with them. For example, a yellow glow that seemed to give them better reactions. Hopefully the game explains the purpose of it in the future, but for as long as I played, I was left in the dark. After getting my shit stomped for a good period of time, I defeated my first alligator. But I got nothing to show for it. It may have been a bug, but it seemed a bit scuffed. Much like the chest and landmarks, there were license plates that were another source of experience. Now, I don't know if I'm a part of some type of conspiracy or something, but the first time I played this game, I could have swore that every license plate had the word redneck written on them. But as you can see here, that is not the case. Some were increasingly more difficult to reach than others, and I found myself giving up on them. The constant threat of an alligator biting me in the ass also didn't help. Various areas were gated off to help the flow of the game, and the only way to get through was to tail slap a fish at the switch on top of the gate. Yes, tail slap. But on this particular gate, the switch was on the other side. I tried to trigger it anyway, since the game is new and I might find something that is broken, but in the end, that didn't work. There were underwater grates scattered across the map that required you to be a higher level of shark. At the time, I was only a teen, but the grate here required me to be an elder. This made exploration a little more worthwhile, but it also placed a limiter on where you can go. Upon reaching the next area, I came to the conclusion that there was much to see in the game world. I began to encounter new fish, points of interest, and missions to tackle. After taking out a buttload of people just chilling on the beach, my threat level made it halfway to level 1. This is when the hunters appeared to subjugate me. Little did they know I was packing that action. After a brief encounter with them, one of the VIPs from the bounty page appeared and I made quick work of him. You'd think that a named target in the game would put up more of a fight, but I guess a normal human will be a normal human. After defeating the VIP, I gained a new evolution, which I could use to upgrade my shark back at the checkpoint. By no means were I restricted to the water. I jumped around on this pier like it was nothing. At the bottom left of the screen, you can notice that there is an O2 gauge. When that O2 gauge runs out, my health starts to slowly drain. However, for each creature that I consume, I heal a portion of that health back. After roaming around till daylight, I discovered this special area. It was teeming with aggressive creatures, and there were many chests to be found. There was also a quest tied to this area that gave pretty good experience.
The appetite of this shark is nearly insatiable.
So, unexpectedly, I enjoyed Maneater a lot more than I thought I would. I do see myself returning to it sometime in the future. My YouTube recording schedule is still being determined. I'm gonna try to release 2 videos a week, but I'm not completely sure yet. But until next time, thank you for joining me today. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you saw, and take care.